In this video, I'm going to talk about the cost of living in Medellin, Colombia. I'm going to talk about the costs of transportation, Airbnbs, and I'm going to go on a shopping trip and just break down the costs of things you would typically buy on a normal day-to-day basis. So I went to my local Éxito, and Éxito is the equivalent to a Walmart in the United States. So here I have my bags. I've returned from my shopping trip. And I'm going to break down the cost of everything, convert the prices from Colombian pesos to US dollars. The first thing I picked up here is a dozen eggs. And the price of this came to $1.31. I'm also going to keep a running tally here. The next thing I have is these nachos. I love these. Only 44 cents for this medium-sized bag. Now my total is $1.75. I have Hass avocados here. There's 5, I believe, in that bag. I have a little bag of Snickers, $2.29 for those. It's probably one of the more expensive things, imported candy. Here I have cooking oil, 92 cents for that. That brings my total to $5.81. Small bag of brown rice, $1.33, brings my total to $7.14 US. I have a medium bag, black beans, brings my total to $7.68. Let's see what else I have here. I believe this was a liter of Coca-Cola. 63 cents for that. Here, I believe this is also a liter. This is kind of like orange juice. Mandarin is a fruit. Mandarino, I guess, in Spanish. I prefer it over orange juice. Here I have some chicken breast. And I'm not sure how much that is, but that's a big bag. I'm not sure the weight. And looking at the receipt, I tried my best to break down. Oh, here, this was a mistake. I thought this was bacon, and this was actually pork feet, and they're extremely cheap. I opened up the package, tried to cook them, and quickly saw this was not bacon. Then I translated the word on the package and saw it was pig's feet. That whole thing cost like 27 cents. Here's a big bottle of lotion, very cheap. $1.82. The thing was so huge, I had to give it away. I couldn't take it back with me. 4 rolls of toilet paper, $1.14 US. Here's a bar Neutrogena, $3.34. Products like these, imported products, are kind of more expensive. Toothpaste, only 60 cents. And that's not your little travel size. That's like a medium-sized thing of toothpaste. This is hand soap that you would keep in the bathroom, $1.29 for that big bottle. Toothbrushes, $4.34. There were 2 in that pack. And that's another example of imported things costing a little more. So my total came to $25.03 after paying. You have to pay for the plastic bags in Colombia, but I got some discounts applied also. Here's the cost of going out to eat. This meal cost me $8, and I'll tell you, it is a lot of food. It feeds 2. Here was a different restaurant. This meal also cost around $8, and this was steak and a ton of food. The cost of transportation, little short taxi trips, like equivalent to 20 and 30-minute walks, are going to run you anywhere between $2 and $3, closer to $2. And longer trips, like from one end of the city to the other, or say Poblado to La Reles, expect to pay anywhere between, I'd say, $3 and let's say $10 for a trip, depending on where you go. Airbnbs, anywhere from $800 on up. You can live a lot cheaper than that as well, but I'd say for a luxury high-rise apartment, you can expect to pay like $800 a month and up. And these are apartments furnished. Of course, if you're going to live long-term and get an actual apartment lease longer term, it's going to be a lot cheaper. But there are complications with that. You either have to pay it all up front or pay a lot of months up front, like say 6 months up front, or you need a Colombian cosigner to sign the lease. So in my opinion, it's just less hassle, no paperwork. I prefer the Airbnb, and these are just like month contracts. I mean, you can, obviously you could just stay a couple days or a week. Let's say $800 to $1,200 is typically like right in the middle. And these are luxury apartments. You won't have any complaints with these apartments. Other things I want to mention are cell service. I use a company, Claro. And what I always do when I'm in Medellin, I buy the SIM card. A SIM card is going to cost you 5 mil pesos, which is like $1.25. I pay 20 mil pesos every 2 weeks. That gives me everything I need. I've never run out of data. Actually, one time I actually ran out of data, and that's because I was somewhere that had Wi-Fi and I was just streaming YouTube videos, but there was a storm and I didn't realize that the Wi-Fi had cut off, so I was running up my data hours just streaming music videos. Other than that, I've never run out of data. So I don't remember exactly. I want to say they give you like 2 gigs of data for 2 weeks, but any data you use on WhatsApp is free. Other popular apps are free too. Like Instagram might be free as well. I'm not sure. I think definitely Facebook and Twitter are free, just going off memory. But yeah, like I said, I've never run into issues. And 20 mil pesos at today's rate, it's like close to $4 every 2 weeks. So you're looking at an $8 a month cell phone bill. That initial $1 cost of buying the SIM card, and that's it. What other things can I think of? Whatever streaming and subscription services you have back home, you probably want to keep those. Oh, one hack I will say is if you have a membership, a subscription to a streaming service, you might want to drop it and wait till you get to Colombia or some other destination, some other foreign destination, and subscribe there. Because you may find, like I found, that when I've ordered streaming services from overseas, I'll pay like half the cost of the US. Yeah, so that's a little travel hack. Let's see, what else? One thing I suggest, if you're going to be living overseas, you might want to consider getting a VPN. That's just because sometimes you'll need to do some business back in the States or log into an account and they may have blocked. I'm sorry about that. So yeah, I'm actually in Brazil now. But watching this video makes me want to go back to Colombia because it's definitely a lot cheaper than Brazil, I'll say. And maybe not a lot cheaper, but definitely noticeably cheaper as I'm looking at the prices of things and knowing what I'm paying here. Definitely. One other thing I want to note is that trip shopping in Éxito was taken in 2021. So post-pandemic, but not at today's current rate. But the prices that I've calculated is going by today's rate, Colombian peso to dollar. As you can see in this chart, the peso has dropped consistently. This is a 5-year chart, and it's at the lowest it's been in 5 years. So this is a good time to go to Colombia if you're a U.S. citizen, because your dollar will go a lot further. So I hope this video was helpful. If you found it helpful, consider subscribing and stay tuned for the next one.